Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Good morning. I hope you're all doing fine. And yeah, I'd like to get started with today's session. Yesterday was a pretty decent day for me. I don't know how it went for you guys, but this year so far is going pretty well because I have taken the psychological opportunity to get out of the shorts mindset and become neutral again. And it has been working, except that yesterday my play on NVDA backfired. I'm hoping to recover from it, but the trek seems to be a bit longer than usual. I have some very interesting stocks to talk about today and some ideas I'd like to share with you and get your feedback as always. Let us start off with S&P 500 futures. S&P 500 futures are moderately high by 0.13% in pre-market trading. But as you can see here, we are at all-time highs. We're waiting for the non-farm payrolls. We're going to have a slew of economic data this morning. And one of them is non-farm payrolls, a very important reading. Unemployment rate is another important reading. And then at around 11 o'clock, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment preliminary reading. That's also going to be pretty important. Fed Kashkari speech happens around the same time. So there are a whole lot of interesting data points. It's actually data rich today. Average hourly earnings, and then we have inflation expectation and current condition, consumer expectations. So there's a whole lot of things out here. They will move the market during the day. So keeping that in mind and looking at the market sentiment, which is close to neutral, MACD, which is almost on top of signal line, and momentum above average but ready to drop, we can say that we are in a holding pattern at this point of time. Difficult to predict where we're going to go. Likewise for NASDAQ, I'm just going to increase the size of this chart, just recalibrate the chart to show that we are just on top of this support of 25,727.25. We are at 25,744.25. So it's not clear whether we're going to open above or below when the market opens today. So I don't have a clear negative or positive bias, but you can see market sentiment is bearish. MACD is on top of the signal line. Momentum is above average but flat. So again, a holding pattern out here. Dollar index is becoming stronger and stronger by the minute. This is good for the market overall, in my opinion. Then if you look at VIX, we are seeing that the VIX is getting elevated. Every morning it opens higher, but then it comes down, but it closes above the previous day's reading. Today seems to be a little bit of an exception. Today we opened well within yesterday's range, and we are already halfway into the body of the candle. Does this indicate that the VIX is going to subside? I don't know, but as the market opens and we get more economic data, it will become clear. Now look at gold. Gold has been forming what I consider to be a bull flag out here. Typically bull flags or bullish pennants always break out on the upside. So I would be actively targeting resistance of around 4,577.214 today and a support of around 4,415.553. Market sentiment is bullish. MACD is bearish and momentum is way above average with plenty of room on the RSI. And long term, I think gold is looking good. And in my opinion, this could be a dollar cost averaging opportunity. Put call ratio, neutral to mildly bullish is what I would say out here. Let's go on and have a look at the indicators. Where are the indicators for us today? Here they are. Okay, S&P 500. We have this parallel channel in which we have been traveling for a long period of time, and we have this resistance out here at 6,938.17. Day before yesterday, we broke the resistance, converted it into a support, but we couldn't confirm it as a support. We fell back, creating a bearish red candle out here with a longer tail on the top, no tail at the bottom. So there was a specific push. Yesterday was kind of indecision candle. You have almost a doji candle with a slightly longer wick on the bottom side. So we are looking at what's going to happen today. Market sentiment is green, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average, and it depends on how the economic data comes out. The main challenge is going to be breakout of 6,938.17 and then in the following day to confirm it as a support. If that happens, then we have bullish bias. If that doesn't happen, then we are still in the hold pattern. Until we break above this resistance, I think we are in kind of a neutral situation. NASDAQ is still struggling to break out of this band of resistance that we had drawn out here. It made attempts, it got in here, and then it was pushed back. Then it stayed below for quite a while. Then it tried to make a way up, and then it confirmed the support of the bottom of this band. But yesterday, it fell down again. So for today, again, the resistance is 25,623.37. Market sentiment is bearish and continuing to deteriorate slightly. MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line to cross over to the bearish side. Momentum is just at average. So we probably will get a hint of what's going to happen if we look at QQQ, the pre-market session. We have a slightly bullish bias out here. QQQ is up 0.23% in pre-market session. Yesterday also, I think QQQ was up in pre-market, but then we had a red candle. This green candle out here, which was formed on the 7th of January, is a bearish candle in my opinion, and it fell down below this band. I'm just going to pull this band out. So this band of resistance, it fell down below this band of resistance. And yesterday we were below this. So we have confirmed this band once again. Today, the resistance is going to be 623.18. Right now we are at 622.10. And the support is likely to be at around 619.24. That said, let us go on and have a look at futures. Sorry, not futures, AI. And in AI, we have NVDA. NVDA is up 0.48%. I'm a little bit worried about my NVIDIA holdings because I have put some money into it and it's in the red right now. I invested yesterday with the hope that we are going to get a red candle, but my timing was bad. And we have a support today, which is going to be at 183.63, but we are a little bit above that. We are at 185.93 this morning. So I think the focus is going to be on the resistance at 186.53. My purchase price is above 186.61. So this resistance is very critical for me today, that the price breaks above this resistance. And then we have another resistance up here, which is 187.78. So these were two supports which were broken down from. The market sentiment continues to be bullish, but tapering off a little bit. MACD is bullish, but tapering off a little bit. And momentum is just at average. So if the pre-market positiveness turns to actually a green candle, then it would be a good thing for the stock. Otherwise, we are looking at further breakdown from here, and that could take it down significantly. Because then I would start seeing a head and shoulder pattern and things like that, which is scary. Right now, I'm still looking at this as a bullish pennant, starting from here, the bull flag, and that's the reason why I entered it. So hopefully, we do a course correction and we break out of the bull flag. Meta is down 0.16% in pre-market trade. Support is definitely there at 636.80, resistance at 651.56. Google is up 0.69% in pre-market trades, and we have a market sentiment which is bearish, but it's improving. As you can see, MACD has already improved, momentum is above average, and it's ready to go up. Plenty of room on the RSI, and we have a target for Google to touch 372.46. I think we are heading in that direction. Amazon is down 0.20% in pre-market trade. We already met our target of 244.46. We are waiting for new patterns to be formed. We have a huge bull flag out here. The flagpole is ready. We are looking for the flag or the pennant to form. If the flag or pennant forms out here, we are back in business, and we could then challenge the other highs that we have. So that said, Amazon is looking good. Apple is down 0.14%. Yesterday, I was saying whether it is time to buy or to short. I'm still in the same situation because yesterday we dipped down below it and then came back up again, which means we have not proved anything as yet. The support continues to be a support. I'm going to convert that into green. It's the support, and today we are above the support. For today, the support is at 257.50. But we are above it. So if we close above this line, I think we are still going to remain bearish, but we wouldn't be initiating a severe drop as such. But if we were to confirm below this, then I can start plotting out other levels of support. The first level of support is going to be 252.16. So this is very critical that we break down below this. So I'm still waiting and watching, and I'll buy AMDD if we fall below this. Microsoft is down 0.38%. It's still traveling in that parallel channel. It has got very good support at 472.65. Right now it's at 476.27, down 0.38%, and it will have resistance today at around 480.43. Market sentiment is improving. MACD is improving. Momentum is still below average, and we've got earnings coming up on 28th of January. Let us see if that can help. Tesla is up 0.33% in pre-market trades. We have resistance, initial resistance at 446.73. And I think the ultimate support is this diagonal line of support. But before that, we'll have support at 424.93 in my opinion. Oracle is up 0.13% in pre-market trades. Oracle is highly leveraged. And as Sandeep mentioned in his video yesterday, I agree with Sandeep. The thing is, when the earnings go up and there is a little bit of a positive news about OpenAI getting funds from somebody else or something, I think Oracle can jump up significantly. Right now, the main test is to break out of this parallel channel. As the days go by, probably next week, we should be able to break out if we do not continue our descent. If this consolidation pattern continues, we'll be breaking out of this parallel channel. That'll be the first positive sign. And then we'll get support from 178.74. So I'm thinking Oracle is aiming for building a foundation above 178.74 and then bouncing off that. Market sentiment is improving, MACD is improving, and momentum is still below average. AMD is a stock in which I have invested as shorts. So I have AMDD, which is slightly negative right now. I pulled the trigger a bit too soon on this one. I was happy when it dipped down. I did a shorts video. You can check that out. Then you'll get my full opinion on that. To cut a long story short, I still believe there is scope for this cup and handle pattern to materialize, the inverse cup and handle pattern to materialize. And if it does, there is a lot to be gained because there is this gap down, which needs a gap up, which needs to be filled up. So let us see what happens then. SMCI is continuing to drop, and I'm looking at the volumes out here. The volumes are still pretty decent. They're not as low as they were before. So I'm still optimistic that SMCI will come back again and test this support at 28.95. The more it tests this support, the more the chances of it breaking down. And we already have this diagonal line of resistance, which is coming closer and closer to the stock. So there has to be a decisive breakout from this wedge, which is being formed out here, a red line on top and this horizontal green line. This wedge is going to decide what's going to happen. I have SMCZ. It's slightly negative right now. I'm holding it for today as well to see if we form a red candle. Right now, we are up 0.27%. We are at 29.98. But if we form a red candle today, I might get into neutral or slightly positive, and I'll liquidate the share and wait. Broadcom is up 1.19% in pre-market trade. Resistance is going to be today at 339.92. Right now we are at 336. Market sentiment is bearish. MACD is getting more bearish. Momentum is also dropping. So Broadcom is looking a little bit weak, but pre-market it's up 1.15%. So that's a little bit of a positive out there. Palantir is up 0.12% in pre-market session. And it's looking good. And we had a huge drop yesterday. So I'm thinking probably a little bit of a dead cat bounce before it goes down further because market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, and momentum is below average. And if we have another red candle out here, I'll start seeing the outlines of a head and shoulder pattern. And then I'll have to draw the neckline. It will be very difficult to break that neckline because it will be very low. Yeah, I'm not yet clear what's going to happen with Palantir. It's a naturally buoyant stock. SMH is up 0.93% in pre-market trades. We have support at 373.47. The question is, have we had a trend reversal? So I don't have an answer for that because market sentiment is bullish, MACD is also bullish, momentum is also above average. But both momentum and MACD have been deteriorating a little bit. And you'll also see that we have a bearish divergence out here. If you look at this line out here, and then if you take the corresponding line out here, I would say that there is a bearish pressure on this chart because of the deviation between RSI and the price action. So we'll watch that out. Tempus AI, I bought some Tempus AI yesterday because I feel that we have a good probability of breaking out further because we have this delta. We have this diagonal line of support. We broke out of the diagonal line of support, and I'm thinking that we are forming some kind of a bull flag out here or a bullish pennant. Again, I jumped the gun, but fortunately I am still profitable. So I'm thinking that I would take the profits today because, as I mentioned, this year so far, my strategy is to do trades within 1 day to 4 day and take the profits as soon as I get some. So I'm going to book the profits today on Tempus AI, not going to be greedy. On the other side also, you will see market sentiment has improved. MACD has also improved. Momentum is above average. And pre-market, we are up 1.84%. We are at 69.62. So I'm going to be looking at taking profits before 10 o'clock this morning, unless it starts spiking up significantly, in which case I'll reconsider. I want to show you something. APLD. We don't cover this on a daily basis, but I have noticed that it has broken out of a bullish pennant. It broke out on the 7th, and it confirmed above this yesterday, and this candle is very bearish because it went up and then it came back down, forming a very long wick. But this morning it's up 2.07%. So I'm thinking that this is a bullish pennant breakout. And if I was to look at of course, again, guys, you remember, I'm an amateur technical analyst. I'm just a retail investor sharing my thoughts with you, trying to build a retail investor community. So don't take this to the bank, okay? Even the best technical analysts will tell you it's only a probability we are talking about. It's not a sure thing. But there is a good probability that we might have a target of 82.99 for APLD, which is a very, very huge gain, okay? So on the way, it will have multiple resistances. First resistance would be somewhere around 33.58, and then the next resistance could be around 36.62, and after that we may have a resistance at around 44.53 or wherever this diagonal line is when we approach it. It's a dynamic line, so it will keep on going up, and once we break through all of those, we'll be there. Plus, corresponding with this breakout from this bullish pennant is market sentiment becoming bullish, MACD becoming super bullish, and momentum also picking up with plenty of room on the RSI. So APLD is something that's an interesting buy. This morning it's up 2.07%. Then I would like to take you to Genomics. Genomics, we have Pfizer, which we look at on a regular basis, is up 0.43%. I have this diagonal line of support. If it breaks down below this diagonal line of support, I'd be really worried. I have negative holdings on Pfizer, but you can also see that Pfizer is improving in market sentiment in MACD, and it's trying to go above average in its volumes. We have dividends also coming up, 43 cents dividend, and earnings are on 3rd of February. Prime is flat in pre-market trades. We have a head and shoulder pattern that we are watching. At the same time, we are watching this diagonal line of support, which is going to provide support today at 3.59. We're going to have resistance at 4.15. Pre-market, we are flat at 3.92. Intelia is down 0.29% in pre-market trades, unable to pierce through this resistance of 10.37. So that's going to be a resistance for today, and support will be at 10.17. Caribou Biosciences is up 1.18% in pre-market trade. Resistance continues to be at 1.83. Support continues to be at 1.50. We have I have kind of given up on this cup and handle pattern, too less to gain, and a long time has happened, and we have this head and shoulder pattern forming up out here. So I'm totally neutral on Caribou Biosciences, though I'm holding it at a loss. Then we have Beam Therapeutics, where we had done a cup and handle pattern and said that our target is going to be 30.70. And then we took this bull flag out here, and then we broke out and we said we're going to have a target of 34.35 for the bull flag. So overall, Beam seems to be bullish, market sentiment is bullish, MACD is kind of neutral, momentum is above average. Pre-market, we are up 0.93% today, we are at 28.26. So I'm thinking our resistance is again going to be 30.79, and support today is going to be at 27.68. Altimmune is up 0.25% in pre-market trades. The biggest test is for it to break 4.39. Can it do that? I don't know. Market sentiment is improving, MACD is improving, momentum is also improving, but it's below average. So it's difficult to say what's going to happen with Altimmune. Again, I have negative positions on that. Editas is up 2.34%, but it's in a bad trend, and it has got a major resistance at 2.36. Market sentiment is improving, MACD has improved, but momentum is still below average. And we have a head and shoulder pattern out here, which is not looking that good for the stock. Like, for example, if you were to take the head and let us go from this side. Let us take from here to here. This is the neckline, and then I'll pull this out further. So this is our neckline that we are looking at, and if this is the neckline, we are very close to breaking down on the neckline. So it's very risky, in my opinion, to get into Editas. Illumina is up 0.12%. It is met our target of 151.52, and it has come down. I believe it is forming a bullish pennant or a bull flag. Only time will tell. I'm thinking it is bullish because MACD is bullish and market sentiment is bullish. Momentum is also above average. Pre-market, it's up 0.12%. It's at $146. And CRISPR Therapeutics is up 0.99% in pre-market trades, staying above 56.30. That is going to be the support for today. Resistance for today is going to be 58.60. Market sentiment is bullish, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average, looking good out there. Allergen is still struggling to break out of this cup and handle pattern neckline. The cup and handle pattern is still very much in play, in my opinion. Market sentiment is improving, MACD has become bullish, momentum is above average, plenty of room on the RSI. Pre-market, we are up 7.38%. And there is a news article out here which says Allergen Therapeutics interim futility analysis of MRD clearance from phase 2 alpha 3 trial planned for early Q2 2026. So I don't know if this is a bullish catalyst or whatever, but yesterday we had a doji candle with equal wick on both sides. It was a red candle, which means we started off higher and then came down. So today, this morning, again, we are starting up much higher, up 7.38%, which means we have potentially we have broken out of this neckline. I wouldn't rush into it. I would wait for it to confirm the neckline as support and then get into it with a resistance potentially at around 1.79. And if we definitely confirm the neckline as a support, then I would say we have a target. So this is the breakout point. So I would say we have a target of 2.19 for Allergen. Again, amateur technical analysis, you can't take it to the bank. Be careful. Grail is up 0.37%, and we had this double bottom target, which gives us 104.48. I think we are moving in that direction. We are up 0.37% this morning. We are at 98.40. So this is going to be our support, and the support for today is going to be 94.06. PSCB is again moving in this wedge pattern. Are we going to be able to break out of that? Only time will tell. Right now, all the indicators are starting to improve for PSCB. Pre-market, we are up 1.47%. The biggest test is for us to break out of this diagonal line of resistance. And if that happens, then we'll start getting a slightly bullish bias to it. Otherwise, we are still bearish. ARCG is up 0.94% in pre-market trade. We broke out of the neckline, and our neckline was at 31.14. We are still at 31.20, just 6 cents above the neckline. The question is, are we going to confirm this as a support? We did confirm it as a support somewhere on the 7th. So if we break down today, then the question will be, are we going to confirm this as a resistance? So right now, assuming this to be a confirmed support, I would expect that we would bounce up. However, yesterday we closed below this line, making it a resistance. So right now we are on a watch. We don't know if we are going to meet our target of 37.2. Vertex is up 0.51% in pre-market trades, and we have support at 463.33. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 0.88% in pre-market trades. Resistance is at 9.35. That's going to be our resistance for today. And then I would like to look at Precision. Precision is looking pretty decent. Pre-market, it's up 0.43%. We broke out of this bullish pennant. We have a target of 5.92, and probably we are forming another bullish pennant or bull flag out here. I wouldn't write out our target. Our target is still 5.94. We have a resistance at 4.95, and we'll continue to get support at 4.39. Eli Lilly is up 0.63% in pre-market trades. The regression channel continues to give support on the downside, and on the upside we have resistance at 1112.56. Right now we are at 1092.09, and that's plenty of room on the upside. And let us look at TXRP, sorry, Ultragenics. Ultragenics is up 0.73% in pre-market trades. And as I can see, we are having a resistance at around 34.55. That's our resistance. And oh, sorry, I made a big mistake out here. I'm looking at this section out here, whereas Ultragenics already fell sharply. It's unforgivable on my part because I have Ultragenics in my portfolio with a huge red mark out there. So I apologize for that. Let us look at where we are. I think we are still forming a consolidation pattern out here. The gain of 0.73% is welcome in the morning. But if you look at the market sentiment, it is very bearish, but flattening out. MACD is bearish but improving. Momentum is above 30%. So a lot of consolidation out here is warranted. I hope today again we probably will form a green candle and continue this consolidation pattern. That's the only hope I have. We'll see if some FDA news comes up or something comes up, then Ultragenics will look good. Otherwise, we are in problem. I want to show you RKT, which is something I had gotten into, and it's profitable in my books right now. We are chasing a cup and handle target of around 26.98. This morning, we are up 4.76% at 22.25. We have this diagonal line of support as well. And this segment out here, in my opinion, is a bull flag which has broken out. So we'll watch for more patterns coming up. And we have broken above most of the resistance out here. The last residue is 22.56. If during the day we close above 22.56, that will be another big positive for us. So let us see what happens. I'm very optimistic about Rocket. And thanks to Inf for getting it to me in the in our live stream. And I think in yesterday's video, Inf also mentioned about Rocket as one of his top 5 picks, or maybe honorable mentions. So please check out Inf's video, Sandeep's video from yesterday. It released this morning at around 6 o'clock. So check it out if you haven't done that. So with that, my friends, I would like to go to currencies. Where is the currency section out here? Yeah, here we are. This is the currencies. And in currencies, I'm going to look at Bitcoin USD. And if you check out Bitcoin USD, you will see that we are down 0.44% in pre-market trading, and 91,840.34 continues to be a stubborn resistance. It's going to be even more stubborn today because it's very close to this diagonal line of resistance, which is going to provide additional resistance for us today. Market sentiment, which was bullish, is kind of petering off a little bit. MACD is also tending towards the signal line, and our momentum is flat, and it's very close to average. So I'm not writing off Bitcoin yet, but if the market starts going down, if the stock market starts going down, I think Bitcoin will start coming down, and then it would have to look for a support at around 88,868. So that's all, my friends. With this, I'd like to end the session today. I'll catch up with you again in the next one. Bye for now.